feds to see this. Yeah? I want them to look at what we're doing, you get me? Let us do the positive stuff and get the fuck out of the hood, bro.
Hi, I'm AG. I'm on the staircase. We've got legendary grime artist Fekky here. Some may say he's a rap artist, but he's a grime artist.
She's trying to claim me
he's
off
actually
the back. You
claimed
know
him for on behalf of the grime
everything.
scene.
I'm everything. I'm just like multi-genre.
What would you say? Okay, what would you say the majority genre is on El Clasico?
A lot of the music I make, I gear it towards the stage. But like when I was making the album, I got to think about gearing stuff towards like just a normal guy that don't go raving.
Yeah.
To be a classic, it's got to be able to fit in everyone's car and everyone's yard. I mean, and in the club. So that was the thought process behind it. You get me?
What's the difference, in thinking for like a mixtape and thinking for an album?
A lot of the albums I listen to, like classic ones, like your 50 Cent ones, your Nas ones, your Mob ones and all that, it's like the skits, like Dipset days, Cameron days, like the skits were so funny, you know, no one's there. And just little attention to detail, you know, no one's there with the production and certain things. And I feel like music's become so disposable. So like real ones, I got live band on there, I got vocalists on there, like 2 vocalists doing like one of them's doing like a bit of like melody, the other one's actually in the production. Do you know what I mean? And these are the things that when you put them together like that, it just makes sick music, man. You appreciate it more yourself.
I've literally just listened to the album like a couple hours ago. I wanted to talk to you about Paranoid. Yeah. So like you say a lot of things in Paranoid, and I feel like with artists, when you get to a certain point, there are troubles, and I feel like from the outside looking in, a lot of people see artists like being around people who they came up with, and then later on they're no longer around that people, and they always feel like you as the artist, you think you're too good for everyone.
I think success is like, I think everyone always judges it by the 60 seconds you see on Instagram or the 3 minutes you see on a video. They're forgetting like, I ain't slept all night, even now. Like I slept at 2, I woke up at 6. So Paranoid was more like just talking about like, it was just more of an empowering tune, because see, like with me, it just looks flamboyant, but I wanted everyone to see that, look, I go crazy. Like I go through problems, I go through stuff. I've never wanted to talk about that stuff. So I don't talk about all the problems I went through. I don't talk about the beef I've had or whatever. I've always focused on just the music, you get me? And like this time around, I feel like with the album, I have to kind of say, you know what, they want to know it. This
album is actually like, we actually feel like we actually know you more.
Yeah, 100%.
But I also think it's smart that you didn't do it at the beginning of your career, because at the beginning of your career, there's not much distance between you and the past. So people will try to like drag you back into like.
I know for a fact that if I would have like spoke about like all this stuff before, it would have been too close to like real life.
Way too close to
like, I always hide it, and a lot of people don't know it. I've got a very, very deep street background. When I first come out, I was getting blocked from shows, all sorts of things that I just never went on Twitter and spoke about it. I always said to myself, I'm not gonna go on there and say, fuck the police, it's just gonna make it worse. No one's there. So I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna just try and just like move more better as a person, so that they have nothing to say. The music's so raw and it's coming from like just a raw feel. I just want to get on the streets, like look where we're sitting.
Staircase.
Normally they'll say to me, go and book out this fancy room with a piano in the background and do interviews, but nah, like this is what I like, this is what I grew up doing. I'm saying, sitting on the corners, you get me? So,
who in the US would you want to collab
50 Cent. I want 50 Cent to jump on or not.
I reckon that would work.
Me and 50 Cent will do this track and it will go mad all over this country. You know what I'm saying?
I reckon you'd do a sick video as well.
Yeah, it'll be mad,
Alright, cool. We're putting that out there. We want 50 Cent on the remix. Everyone tweet 50 Cent and say like, why are you not working with Fekky? And we're gonna make this happen. We're putting it into the universe. Like
it's gonna happen.
Magic. Thanks for coming down. So sick. We're outside on the staircase, keeping it real. NTS.